Before we get into the video, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Thrive Market. Thrive Market is an online membership-based grocery store on a mission to make healthy living easy and affordable. I love how Thrive Market carries my favorite brands at a lower price, but they also have their own brand, which helps me save even more money. I also love that Thrive carries Four Sigmatic products, which is one of my favorite brands that is doing awesome stuff with functional mushrooms. I used some of their ground coffee to make a cold brew, which I served with some soy milk. It was absolutely delicious. And I also used their protein powder, which I absolutely love, plus their chai latte mix and some Thrive Market almond butter in my morning peach banana chai smoothie. It was so good. All of Four Sigmatic's products are organic, plant-based, and gluten-free, and I love how, like I said, they contain functional mushrooms and adaptogens that help my mind and well-being. So if you live in the United States, head on over to Thrive Market's website, check out all the Four Sigmatic products, and when you join today, you'll get 30% off your first order plus a free gift. All you have to do is go to thrivemarket.com/Caitlin4Sigmatic, but that's kind of a lot to type, so the link is also in the description. Be sure to check that out. I also want to say, if you're new to Four Sigmatic products and you're not sure what to try first, I highly recommend a variety. I just showed you 3 of my favorites, but I think their ground coffee is a great place to start because it just tastes like a really good cup of coffee, but you have all of the added benefits from the functional mushrooms that they added to it. So it's pretty cool. Hello. I'm having a very relaxed day so far. I slept in, had a very relaxed morning, did do a tiny workout, I didn't film it, and have mostly been reading. I really missed reading. The last few weeks of my life have been very busy, and it feels nice to just get back to it. I'm currently reading The Silent Patient. The last night I finished People We Meet on Vacation. Obviously I'm on a roll. I'm like halfway through. So I'm a little suspicious of everyone, not really sure where the book is going, but I heard the plot twist is good, so we'll see. Also, if you've noticed, I am wearing a little brace. Basically, my hand's been bothering me. I'm trying a brace to see if it will help, but that's about it. Side note, the weather is absolutely perfect today. We've been having a heat wave, but it's like mid-70s and feels like absolute heaven right now. Unfortunately, I do need to go inside. Welcome to the mudroom. If you remember, several months ago, I started a hallway project and talked about it in a YouTube video. And I have not yet finished that project, but instead started, and I'm almost finished with a different project. So that's the previously mentioned project. This room was originally the same color, but I painted it white, installed a new light, and then I installed some paneling here. And obviously I still have some things to do. I ended up running out of paint, needing to get more paint. As you can see, it doesn't match. So I need to do one more final coat of paint on everything, switch out light switches, and then very tediously my painter's tape didn't work. So I have to touch all these tiny little drips up, otherwise they will bother me forever. I found a teeny tiny paintbrush. I'm hoping this will work. Should I probably not be doing this right now with my hand? Yeah, probably, but what's a girl gonna do, okay? Someone has to do it. And we are done. Only took like 35 minutes. This is your friendly reminder that tasks that you have been putting off sometimes are like the smallest tasks, where you have to look at them realistically. You're like, okay, how long would this actually take me to get done? Honestly, this was like a longer one. Usually the ones I put off, it's like, oh, it'll take 5 minutes to go and check on that, or it'll take 5 minutes to respond to that email. Sometimes you just gotta do it. And sometimes you don't. And it's up to you to decide when you want to. I'm not your mom. I'm not your therapist. Anyways, Time for lunch. I recently created this sandwich and have been obsessed with it. So obviously I'm gonna have it for lunch. It starts with my favorite bread. Everything bagel seasoning coated ciabatta bread. They're delicious. Other constant is I make this like a baked tofu in my little toaster oven. It's very delicious. And let me just bring you closer. So I bake the tofu, it gets very crispy. But before we add that, we're gonna first close the fridge because it's beeping. We're gonna add some olive tapenade, which I guess some people hate, but it's literally like the combination of everything that I love, like mustard and olives. Or I could eat it forever. Then I like to add a slice of like smoky provolone vegan cheese. I've tried this with hot and cold. I actually prefer it cold. And then I usually also roast some squash with my tofu, but I have some left over from the last time I made this. Then we're gonna put our tofu on. And I also like to add some fresh basil. You know, I'm gonna do this under the cheese so it stays. And I'm also gonna add just a little bit of spinach. I like to build my sandwiches on both sides because then I get like the anxious but also exhilarating moment of seeing if I can flip it. Oh yeah. I'm gonna add a few peppers because health is wealth. Look at that. I like to make my sandwiches so thick that it's also a question of whether I'll be able to eat it all in one bite or not. I don't know if I can with this one. I feel like I'm still kind of perfecting it. Like maybe it would be better with zucchini instead of yellow squash. I also feel like sun-dried tomatoes on this would be really delicious. I just finished my book and all I have to say is I definitely did not see the ending coming. So while it's been nice to shirk all of my responsibilities and get lost in a good book, I do know that I do need to clean the house some today. To be honest, it has been in a state that I do not like since our wedding, but we just had so much stuff come back after the wedding and like so much going on that was like, I realistically do not have a full 5 days to clean this all. But instead of letting the clutter freak me out, I've been trying to tell myself that if I spend like at least an hour a day working on a small part of it and pick up after myself with my other activities, eventually it's all gonna get done. I should be cleaning up wedding stuff, but instead a few days ago I decided to clean out our bathroom vanities, and I've been tripping over it for like 5 days, so we're gonna get this done. Gotta have our Netflix and get to work. We're making a quick and speedy dinner. Pasta is like always my go-to when I don't know what to make, but we're gonna make a nice cacio e pepe with some extra veggies. So not super traditional, but I got my vegan parm. I got some protein pasta that I got from Thrive Market. Main component, cacio e pepe, besides Parmesan, is peppercorns. So I stocked up on these whole black peppercorns from Thrive Market. I'm gonna add them to my little trusty pepper grinder. Honestly, I love buying my spices in bulk from Thrive Market because it's usually a way better price than at my grocery store, and they come in larger bags, so I'm cutting down on my waste, and I already have like the glass jars or the containers for them. So it's a win-win if you ask me. I have a vegan cacio e pepe recipe on my blog with like garlicky mushrooms. So if you want, what just happened? I think I broke my pepper grinder. So if you want to see like the exact way to make it as traditionally as possible while still being vegan, check that out. So I ended up sauteing some Swiss chard, zucchini, and mushrooms with garlic and black pepper, obviously, and some vegan butter. So now I got my reserved pasta water, and I'm gonna add in my vegan Parmesan. Stir that up for the sauce. And then last but not least, got our protein pasta, and I just blanched the Swiss chard leaves in the pasta water too. Ignore Maya barking, but this is the finished product. I got my pasta, got some vino, and I am going to keep watching the movie that I started earlier. Crap, I don't even remember the name of it. Just Like Heaven. Get off Goodbye. Of me. Okay. Hello, I'm in bed with one dog, two dogs. I have been scrolling on my phone and I really should just go to sleep. So I'm gonna go wash my face, do my evening, whatever, skincare routine, etc. and call it quits for the day. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you. And life has just been really busy and I really haven't had a ton of time to vlog, but I'm hoping to be more regular about that moving forward. But we'll see. I also kind of feel like I need a little bit more time. So who knows? Stay tuned to find out. A big thank you to Thrive Market and Four Sigmatic for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to use my link to join Thrive Market and get 30% off of your order plus a free gift. Pretty sweet deal. All right. Hope you guys are well and taking care of yourselves. And I look forward to seeing you virtually in a future video. Bye.